Hey guys, this is Anime Ballsy here, and today we're going to be doing the second part of What If Naruto had a wolf dojutsu. You guys smashed the like goal, and that means I will be doing the second part. I don't have much to say before the what if, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jet. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Naruto, through the D-rank mission period, trains with the Okami-gan and is on his way there to unlocking it at will, but he unlocks it about 30 to 40% of the time. Naruto has been training with Sasuke since they both have a dojutsu. By the way, he finds out when Sasuke tells him. Naruto has improved on his skill with the Phoenix Claws jutsu, and it requires less and less effort for him to perform as he carries on trying and using it. He also was working on a new jutsu, an abbreviation of the Phoenix Claws, the Phoenix Fist. When the hand is fully extended, a gush of fire, much larger than the slash from the Phoenix Claws, launches at the opponent, but the fire isn't sharp and painful, but powerful and overwhelming. He tends to use this from a closer area to restrict the amount of bloom from the fire. He can't actually use it because when he launches it out, the fire just smokes away. There are a few problems that he hasn't found out yet about him using and trying to use this jutsu. He is using the hand signs in the wrong order. He is also using incorrect levels of hand control, and he also has to release fire from every chakra point in his hand to his wrist for it to actually work. Naruto has learned to suppress the amount of pain after using the dojutsu until it feels like just an annoyance and not really significant. Also, it's almost a full moon and he feels very powerful in the evening all the way until dawn. I'm not saying he felt powerful that evening, but when the full moon comes, he will feel very powerful and confident. They also have been training a little with Sakura, and Sakura currently has monstrous strength from chakra enhancing, and she also knows the cherry blossom impact. That's all she really has though. Naruto has learned more control over wind chakra and has learned to infuse wind or fire chakra into kunai shuriken and other ninja weaponry. Naruto and his team have progressed in strength so much that all Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura want a C-rank mission this time. Naruto says, "Hiruzen, we really can't carry on doing these easy missions." Hiruzen looks down and advises Naruto on the different rank missions and then says, "The best I can give you is a C-rank mission, okay?" Naruto nods and the three are elated because they get to show their powers now. They go on the mission and get ambushed by the Demon Brothers. Kakashi gets cut to shreds and Sasuke looks in shock. Sasuke's Sharingan activates and Sasuke jumps at the two. Gozu tries to attack him, but Sasuke grabs his clawed arm, but not the poison gauntlet, his forearm, and breaks his arm just like that. Sasuke pulls his arm down, pulling Gozu's whole body down and knees him in the head, breaking his skull. Sasuke punches him to the ground, then Sakura uses a cherry blossom impact and just kills Meizu right there and then. Tazuna is so scared of Sakura now because of her insane strength, but is also happy to have such a strong person protecting him. Sasuke's Sharingan deactivates, and Naruto's bummed out because he couldn't really do anything. He doesn't have his true power activated, which is the Okami-gan. Naruto now knows he has to do the work next time. Now we cut to the battle with Zabuza. Naruto sees the sword and kicks it away into the tree across them. Zabuza lands on the blade's handle and Naruto makes his stance. Naruto uses wind chakra to blindly launch at Zabuza. This proves to be a lethal mistake and Zabuza kicks him in the chest and this launches him far away from Zabuza. Naruto quickly gets back up and his hand covers in fire. He runs at him and throws a weak gush of fire since he doesn't have any claws to make the fire sharp. Zabuza turns to water and another Zabuza walks out from behind the tree but gets hit by another fire gush. Naruto's fire smokes away and Naruto is now vulnerable. When I mean by his fire is gone, the fire cloak on his hand dissipates and smokes away. Zabuza pulls his sword from the tree and Kakashi quickly intervenes, but Naruto insists for him to do this on his own. Kakashi takes a step back reluctantly and lets Naruto get him. He does this because he remembers what Naruto did before to take the bell in the bell test and knows he can handle himself. Naruto runs right at him and starts dodging all of the sword swings and using wind chakra at his feet to pounce on him, using a technique used by a predator. He gets completely penetrated by the sword and Zabuza throws him to the ground. Naruto gets up from pure willpower and his hair starts flowing. Kakashi and Zabuza, however, sense some violent chakra. Naruto grows claws and large canines. Naruto stands and his eyes have the Okami-gan in full effect. The hole in his stomach quickly heals like nothing was even there. By the way, they get attacked by Zabuza way later in the evening where the moon is out, the full moon. Naruto hasn't trained to suppress the pain after using his dojutsu on the full moon, however. He's only been doing it on the different moons where it doesn't really affect him. Naruto growls and runs on all fours right to Zabuza. Naruto uses wind to propel him up to Zabuza and he punches Zabuza right off of his feet. Zabuza backflips away and uses the water dragon jutsu on Naruto. Naruto uses the Phoenix Claws jutsu and slashes fire up to the water dragon from land. The fire deforms the dragon and the water falls into the water below. Naruto propels right into the water and sees that he can walk on water. This is because of his great chakra control. He runs to Zabuza with a great sense of ferocity and slashes a gush of fire to him. Zabuza uses the sword to block it and the part of the sword that got hit turns into a yellow/red colour. Naruto jumps at him and kicks him so hard in the face that he drops the sword. Naruto creates 10 clones that surround and pressure Zabuza with their attacks. One of Naruto's shadow clones lights Zabuza on fire, but Zabuza just falls into the water and extinguishes the fire himself, then returns to the surface. Naruto screams and his violent aura releases again. He slashes several gushes of fire with both hands this time, and Zabuza starts getting pressured really badly. Naruto jumps at Zabuza and punches him several times and uses the Gale Wind Palm, a jutsu that he learned, to launch him down across the water. Naruto howls to the moon and feels an overwhelming sense of power. Naruto uses the Fireball jutsu to overwhelm Zabuza. Naruto then runs at him and pounces on him. He slashes his neck with his claws and blood starts to spurt across the water mass. Naruto looks over him, then his dojutsu fades. He starts to roll on the floor of the water and he can barely stay up on the water, then he looks up. He sees the full moon and his eyes start to bleed, his claws return and so does his large canines. He growls so loud that he shakes the water like a huge speaker. He falls unconscious and falls into the water, but then Kakashi grabs him from the water then swims him to shore. Naruto's claws regrow, then Kakashi steps back when he feels a harsh chakra. He goes forward again and opens his mouth to see large canines. Naruto's eyes suddenly open, then his claws disappear and his canines shrink in size. Naruto looks up and sees that it's actually the full moon. Kakashi says, "You really have gained a lot of power since the bell test." Naruto says, "No, not really, it's just because of the full moon. Look, it boosts all of my physical attributes and my reflexes become way better." Kakashi didn't know Naruto had perks like this but doesn't really take it into account. Naruto looks through the water and sees Haku taking Zabuza's body. Naruto stands and is about to rush Haku, but Kakashi and the team pull him back down and Kakashi says, "Don't worry, he's only here to detain him if he's still alive, that is." Naruto understands and they all get up. Naruto needs some recovery and Tazuna offers for them to stay here and they take on the offer. They do their normal chakra training, but Naruto has to miss out because of his condition. It also isn't helping that it's now a gibbous moon and he feels weak and helpless. Naruto eventually recovers and carries on to work with Sasuke and Sakura to improve his skill and maybe help with theirs if they need help. He's just playing around with hand seals and fire chakra while also practicing trying to actually do the Phoenix Fist Jutsu. Naruto tries releasing chakra from all the chakra points this time. He does so and his fist is engulfed in a fire coat. He punches the air and a small puff of fire comes out from his fist. He sees that he still has a little work to do, but he has almost got it though. Now we cut to Zabuza and Haku's return. Zabuza has a metal cylinder around his neck to speed up the healing and stop excessive bleeding by covering the holes on the cuts. Naruto sees that there's a disturbance on the bridge. He comes out and sees dead workers all over the bridge. He gets filled with a sense of rage and sees many Zabuza clones pouncing on him. Naruto swivels around and launches a gush of fire chakra out to destroy all of the clones in one go. Naruto makes his stance and Zabuza lands on the bridge. Naruto shouts, "How are you alive?" Zabuza chuckles and says, "I'm barely alive actually, not for the help of Haku." Naruto says, "What?" Zabuza says, "You didn't realise, did you? Well, he wasn't an enemy of mine but my helper, my assistant. He put this metal cylinder on my neck to stop me from dying of blood loss." Naruto clenches his fist and gets enraged. Haku reveals himself and Sasuke and Sakura arrive as well as Kakashi. Sasuke's Sharingan activates and Naruto shouts, "Zabuza, I believe we have some unfinished business." Zabuza swings his sword around and says, "Yes, I believe we do." Kakashi says, "You two go for the other kid. I'll protect Tazuna over here. I've done this to give the three a chance to show their abilities. Naruto runs at Zabuza and goes all out because he doesn't have the Okamigan currently. Naruto dodges the incoming sword swing, then lands a palm slam with fire. Zabuza gets launched far back, but he flips and lands on his feet. Zabuza starts to use insane speed, but then Naruto starts blocking and dodging all of his attacks. This is because of Naruto's insane reflexes. Zabuza gets enraged, and this fuels his fighting power and speed. Then he finally lands a hit on Naruto, a kick to the head. Naruto gets floored, and then he stands with an angry face. His eyes go an icy blue and the Okamigan is finally activated. Naruto runs right at Zabuza and literally grabs the sword by the blade easily. He barely bleeds and Naruto lights the sword on fire, then pulls it to him. He then throws it away, then the fire turns to smoke. He says, "Fight me like a real man!" Zabuza smiles and runs at him. Zabuza tries to kick him, but Naruto blocks and ducks under the following attack. He slides under the following kick and jumps away. Naruto runs at him, but Zabuza easily punches him. Naruto turns to smoke and Naruto punches Zabuza in the back. Naruto feels the inner rage and his violent chakra takes shape. He sees Zabuza move just a little and calculates every single one of his movements. He grabs his wrist and breaks it easily, then digs into it with his claws. He throws Zabuza's hand away and punches Zabuza in the head with some wind chakra to enhance the fist. Zabuza goes flying across the bridge and Naruto slashes several Phoenix Claws gushes of fire at him. Zabuza gets slashed several times and Naruto propels himself at him with wind chakra. Zabuza is mad that Amir Gainin is matching him and claps back. Naruto kicks him down into the bridge and his hand goes right through his stomach. Zabuza coughs up so much blood that Naruto takes his hand out. Zabuza is leaking with so much blood and stands slowly. When he tries to attack Naruto, Naruto grabs his forearm and knees him in the head, launching him right off of the bridge. Naruto goes on to help Sasuke and Sakura. Sasuke and Sakura are struggling to keep Haku at bay, and this just gets worse when Haku realizes that Zabuza has been killed. Naruto slashes several gushes of fire at Haku, but Haku just shoots several waves of ice pins to suppress the heat and overall power of the fire. Naruto ends up using the Phoenix Claws to try and slash Haku up across the body, but Haku jumps back and dodges. Naruto jumps at him and uses wind chakra to propel him further, and this also makes him faster. He punches Haku in the face and Haku goes flying across the bridge. Sakura jumps right at Haku and uses a cherry blossom impact but aims it to the side instead of the ground, launching him right across the bridge. Naruto uses the fireball jutsu as well as Sasuke, but Haku just jumps over the flames and lands behind them. He blocks Sakura's incoming punch and palm slams her right into the ground. Naruto turns and plans on using the Phoenix Claws, but his hand is blocked and the fire is smoked out. Haku throws his hand away and blocks Sasuke's incoming hit, then blocks the following hits from the two Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto goes to slash the neck, but Haku ducks under it and punches Naruto in the stomach. Naruto stabs Haku in the stomach, but Haku stopped him a little late and that stopped Naruto's hand from going right through him. Haku coughs a little blood and lets go of the hand and slides away. He slowly stands and uses a Demon Ice Mirror Jutsu. Kakashi can't help them because he is currently in a big battle against Gato's men across the bridge. Naruto says, "What should we do?" Sasuke is surprised because Naruto can now talk with this power. Sasuke says, "Use fire jutsu to try and break out, it's just water after all." Haku appears in an ice mirror and says, "I wouldn't recommend that. This ice won't get melted by such simple fire jutsu. It's just a waste of time and chakra." Naruto growls to show that he's mad and they quickly try to find another solution. Naruto gets hit from the back with a kunai and sees that Haku can appear in any of the ice mirrors if he wanted. Naruto jumps at an ice mirror and punches it at full force. The ice isn't even affected at all. Naruto turns and catches several kunai that were aimed for him, then throws them back towards the ice mirrors. Haku doesn't get hit and kicks Naruto right to the floor. Sasuke is also having a tough time against Haku, then Haku ends up ambushing them both, but Sasuke doesn't come out on top. Sasuke falls to his knees from blocking Naruto from getting hit mostly. He falls to the ground and gets knocked out. Naruto holds his body and a few tears come from his eyes and his eyes go purple for a little bit but quickly goes back to icy blue. This is to show that he has absorbed the power of the Kyuubi into the Okamigan's own. Naruto's aura becomes visible for a few seconds then fades. Naruto uses the Phoenix claws and slashes the ice dome away. Naruto growls and shakes the entire bridge. Naruto clenches his fist and releases fire chakra from every chakra point on his hand engulfs in fire. He realizes he needs to spin the cloak around and he does so. He propels himself at Haku and punches him with the Phoenix fist and Haku gets burnt to a crisp. Then Naruto throws him into the river where he lays next to Zabuza. Naruto sees that Kakashi is taking down the last man and they take Sasuke and Sakura's body in. Naruto says Sakura was slammed into the floor and Sasuke was ambushed by several kunai and pins. I did remove them though so he can heal better. By the way, since the Okamigan absorbed the power from the QB, the chakra was used in the battle, so when Naruto deactivates the Okamigan, the QB power goes away with it. This doesn't actually mean that the Okamigans become stronger, it's just absorbed it for that time and completely threw it away. Sasuke and Sakura slowly heal and Naruto brings up Inari's thoughts of their being heroes and the bridge is still called the Great Naruto Bridge. Team 7 make their return to the Hidden Leaf a little later but only about a day and they end up celebrating successfully completing their very first C rank mission. So that will conclude the second part of What If Naruto had a Wolf Dojutsu. The like goal for this What If will be 90 likes, not as much as the last part but still a sturdy amount. Please like and comment if you like this What If or put in the comments anything that I should improve on for the next part. If you like this What If, please subscribe and put on post notifications to be told when the next parts of this What If will be made with great accuracy. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.